Healthcare cost takes a big bite out of retirees' budgets. Ooh, you're not going to be able to retire because of healthcare. So here's this Squared Away blog, Center for Retirement Research at Boston College. I can't take it. Squared Away blog. This whole thing is just such a psychological operation, a psyop. You got this old lady, obviously by herself in a hospital bed. You know, she's old and she's. You got this guy, doctor and nurse. You got the thing right there, walking away. This is all set up for a reason to give you the way to look at this. That could be you, Grandma, and this guy or lady's walking away. You're gonna be by yourself, so you better stay working. It's such a it's total propaganda. And it's just so freaking stupid too. So anyway, healthcare's big bite out of retirees' budgets. This year, retirees were jolted by the 14.5% hike in Medicare's Part B premiums. It was the second largest hike in at least 20 years. The monthly premium, which has dropped to $165 in 2023. Well, that's good. Why did it drop? Oh, because the stupid Alzheimer's pill that they're going to pay $50,000 a pill based on fraudulent data, science that was fraudulent. They're pulling from it. I think Biogen was the firm that was, I think it was Biogen that was going to bring it to market. Crazy, based on fraudulent data from a person at University of Minnesota. I'll just throw that out there. But Medicare is an expensive proposition that consumes a big chunk of many retirees' income from Social Security, 401ks, and other sources. According to a new analysis of 2018 healthcare data, typical retirees had 88% of their total income left to buy everything else after paying for medical care. Huh? Typical retirees had 88% of their income left to buy everything else. That means they spent 12% on medical care? Okay. That means they spent 88% on other things. And 1 in 10 retirees with inordinately large healthcare costs has 63% or less left over for living expenses, says these people in their study for the Center for Retirement Research. So 1 in 10 retirees had 63% or less left over. We'll just say 60% for simplicity. So 1 in 10. 10% of the population spent 40% of their income on what? On healthcare costs in retirement. So they still had 60% of their income left over for other things. So let's just look at something here real quick. Our 2019 Consumer Expenditure Survey from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, people over 75 years old, their total expenditures were $42,000. We scroll down here to healthcare, and what do we see? $6,700 of that $42,000. Okay, so $6,700 divided by 42,000. That's 15.9%. 16% of their consumption goes to healthcare. This isn't shocking to anyone, man. This isn't shocking. And yet here they're saying only 12% goes to healthcare. Okay. So let's, typical retirees. I know that's people over age of 75. So let's look at the age of right here, 65 to 74. Now this is 2009. It's going to be the same percentages in terms of it doesn't matter. 42,000 in 2009 was their total expenditures. How much went to healthcare? It's going to be lower, but still $5,000 went to healthcare. 5,000 divided by 42, that's 12%. All right, so let's just say we round these two, combine them, we have what, 16% and 12%. 14% of the BLS numbers went to healthcare. And then we look at the CPIE. Let's go to the CPIE, which is the Consumer Price Index for elderly people over the age of 65. And let's see what it shows, shall we? Thing to work here. Hold on just a second. Let's click on this guy. I thought I just did that, man. There we go. All right, sweet. So here we go, the CPIE, and let's just take a gander, and we're going to show you how so frustrating. All right, here we go. CPIE, all items, 100%. So what's the weighted expenditure that these guys think. The BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, for elderly people's inflation, basically is basing on weighting of their expenditures. What it is based on the consumer expenditure survey. So expenditure survey, all items 100%. Let's go down to healthcare. The shelter 47%. Weird that shelter is almost a half, because if you own your home, guess what? That's not so big of a deal now, is it? Shh, don't tell anybody. Medical care 11.7, 12%. All right, so this is just, it's so flippin' stupid. A big bite out of retiree budgets. You know what takes a bigger bite out of retirement budgets? Is their housing costs. If you're looking at the CPIE, you can look at the CPIU, it's all the same thing, basically the Consumer Expenditure Survey. What are retirees spending their money on? Housing, by far and away, is what the BLS says is the biggest expense. Nothing comes close. Transportation, apparel, and healthcare. As you get older, you less on transportation, less on apparel, and more on healthcare. But to say, oh my goodness, a typical retiree, I gotta sneeze, hold on a second. But to say the typical retiree takes a big bite out of crime, out of retirement budgets, had 88% of their total income left to buy other things. And they're saying this like it's scary, it's crazy. Medicare covers virtually all retirees, and it does protect against the larger cost burdens that fall health declines. Okay, there's no reason to think that the financial pressures will ease as more baby boomers retire and healthcare costs continue. It's understandable by why many retirees likely feel that making ends meet is difficult. I like how they say likely. Did you actually survey people? It is understandable why many retirees likely feel that making ends meet is difficult. Did you actually interview retirees? They're Melissa, Matthew, and Sarah? No, because if you did, you'd recognize that's not what they feel. The data is overwhelming that most retirees are comfortable in retirement. Of course, long-term care costs are excluded. Yeah, okay. If you want to throw that as something, a different number. So I want to see who these people are. This ticks me off. Not gonna lie. Can we? Oh, we actually can respond here. Oh, I almost want to respond, but I almost want to respond, but I'm afraid to, because let's just read this study. I don't know. Let's put it this way: if I respond, I worry about getting a target on my back from these people, and I'm not so sure that's something I want. I probably will respond. Let's see. So let's read I want the full brief. All right. So we're gonna see who these people are. Melissa, because this is just fear mongering in the Melissa, Sarah Ellen King, Melissa. I gotta assume they're young, man. Let's see. About us, working papers, briefs. Let's see about us. Let's see if we can find research, people, our staff. Let's see who Melissa and Sarah, because this just, the way the wording is so I'm gonna go into her here in just a few minutes in another video, because again, it ticks me off. So let's pause this. We're gonna do a where's Melissa? There's Matthew. I'm not seeing a Melissa on here, but I am seeing a Matthew. I'm not seeing a Sarah either. Why? There's that guy, the Greek guy. Chen's been around here for a long time. She's next in line, probably take over for Felicia. I don't see a Sarah in here either. Huh. Student assistants. I wonder if these guys are student assistants. Nope. Affiliated researchers. Let's see here. We're going to find these people. It's the last thing I do. Hold on a second. Let's see, this is their affiliated researchers. Does that say Jonathan Gruber? Look, they got Henry Aaron. When he retired from playing baseball for the Braves, and he know what happened to old Hank Aaron. He came back to life to work for the Brookings Institute. Does that say Jonathan Gruber? You all know who Jonathan Gruber is, right? I bet that's him. It is! The stupidity of the American people, who the state of Vermont sued because he, let's just put it this way, he's very you should read up Jonathan Gruber being sued by the state of Vermont. Now, Vermont's run by right-wingers, of course. This guy has no respect. It absolutely should not be a part of this guy. The guy's a clown. All right, so these are these are researchers, board, institutional supporters. Let's see who the institutional supporters are, shall we? The people, sure. I'm sure there's going to be. Why is the city of Philadelphia, Houston, and Seattle? You think they don't want something in return for supporting the CRR, like more big government spending? State of Oregon, Rhode Island, New Mexico, New Hampshire's in there, Connecticut. All right. Let's see. I'm sure we're going to have the EPI in here. Research educational institutions. Oh, Schwab. Interesting. Let's see. Lincoln Institute of Land Policy. What the? Oh, Center for Budget and Policy Priorities. Big Libs. Big Lib. TIA. Big Libs. Washington Center for Equitable Growth. Yeah. Dude, these guys are so freaking left wing. Pension Research Council. Oh, great. That's even more libs. EPI's got to be in here. Economic policy. Ford Foundation, of course. Peterson. Now that rings a bell to me, and not a good way. I can't remember why. Oh, Bill and Melinda Gates. Yeah. Oh, the same old freaking. Such freaking clowns. Corporate partners. They already do corporate partners. Corporations. Let's just do corporate partners. Partners ARP, Transamerica. Okay, we already did that. But why is Sarah not in here in Melissa McArney? I don't know why, but they did have this guy in here. So let's see old Matthew Rutledge, what his deal is. All right. He's at Boston College, Center for, he's an associate professor of economics at BC. He conducts research on labor markets for Social Security. He's got a doctorate from University of Michigan in the field of health economics, labor economics, and public finance. Okay. Will unretirement help solve the labor shortage? How much does health spending eat away at retirement income, which is kind of what we're reading right now? Has COVID-19, okay, whatever. I can't tell how old that guy is. Anyway, I got to assume that he's a lead, and these guys are oh, right here. There it is, right here. What we're reading. Let's see if they show who. Or wait, is this the other article I already have up here? I think it is. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's from how much? August 2022. Carolus, our Greek friend. And then here it is, August 2022. How much does health spending eat away at retirement income? How much retirees spend on uncertain healthcare costs? Man, it's like a running joke amongst these people. All right, so let's see. Melissa McInerney is a professor of economics at Tufts. All right, and who's Sarah King, graduate student at the University of Maryland, and a former research associate with the CRR. All right. This is such a clown show. All to promote fear. All to promote fear. I don't get it. I don't understand, man. I mean, I get it. They want more government money. If they promote fear, we got to go to the government to solve all of our issues. Alicia Munell and these guys are big labor supporters and unions. I'm not even talking like the IBEW. I'm talking the government workers and stuff like that. These guys the funny thing is the government workers have wonderful health insurance upon leaving government work as long as they stay there for long enough. These guys just want single payer. They don't want you to be responsible for your own retirement income. I used to have more respect for the CRR, but then I came across this article that someone has sent to me by Alicia right here. No, not that one. Roth, the world would be better without the Roth IRA, according to Alicia Munell. And my level of respect over the years for this group of people has just gone down. They've gone further and further to the left, embarrassingly so, I might add. And it's just the way the corporations are, dudes. These corporations are going left, and I don't get. Do they literally think when the pitchforks come, the Schwabs and the Sloan Foundation are going to be left alone? It's crazy, man. nuts. Anyway, this whole thing is just so stupid. It's so freaking stupid. They did not. I mean, this right here should not be in a research paper. This right here is it's understandable why many retirees likely feel that making ends meet is difficult. That should not. Let's actually see where this is in their paper, because that should not be part of any kind of research, because it's pure speculation. Projection, actually. So go to Control F. All right. Let's see where this. Oh, they don't say this. All right. Why is that not in here? Make it okay. It's not even in there. Control F. Let's just do making ends meet. Yeah, right here. All right, right here. With out-of-pocket healthcare expenditures eating away at retirement income and Part B premiums on the rise, we just proved that wasn't the case. It's understandable why many retirees likely feel making ends meet is difficult. So let's see what number 12 is here. Do we have on top? On top of medical expending, retirees face a substantial amount of other non-discretionary costs. Farrell and Greig found that housing expenses, taxes, and non-housing debt consume about 30% of retirees' household income, leaving even less for a surprise expense than any other desired income. All right, so this is pure speculation. That should not be. You should never say it's understandable why many retirees likely feel that. You're saying that. You're saying that's what retirees should feel. You have no evidence that's what they likely feel. The evidence is against you. This is the level of economic research we have nowadays. And I talked about the lady from Princeton yesterday, basically my man Carl Stack, who said she doesn't even know basic mathematics, and she's the head of the economic some foundation, or not foundations, the econometric whatever the lead things on econometrics and economics, and she doesn't know basic math. And the whole thing is just is you got to not rely on these people anymore. I will continue to have work and bashing these guys because it's fun to do. Because I'm not even that bright, dude. I just read and I say, wait, I've never seen that before. Where's the evidence? And I always ask for the evidence. Show me the evidence, man. Show me the evidence. Like when I was arguing with my man, I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to bash him, and I'm not trying to bash people. Believe it or not, I'm not really trying to. I was arguing with this guy about retirees increasing expenditures with inflation. I said, "Where's your evidence?" He goes, "Have you seen the price of gas today?" I said, "That's your evidence." And he's a well-known, well-renowned guy in our business. And I said, "That literally the price of gas today is your evidence for retirees increasing their spending in retirement?" Okay. Done with you. All right. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.